I will ask Frederici to resume the streaming, and I will close the breakout rooms. Frederici, with the technical.
Frederici, IT coordinator, the live streaming is on.
Thank you. We have Chloe back with us. Thank you for presenting your application. Now it is the moment to announce you that you are the new Vice President of European Affairs 2021-2022. Congratulations. Chloe?
Chloe, VPA candidate. Thanks a lot for your consideration and for electing me. I hope I will not disappoint you, and I promise to work hard. Thank you.
Okay, so this was the last position in the EPSA executive. The next point on the agenda is the appointment of the immediate past president, Mihai Ionita, as we have a president-elect. I will read the motion. If anyone, I will open the floor for any open discussion. I have no point, so I will close the floor for this discussion, and we will stop the recording once again because this requires secret. Okay, I'm sorry, I was corrected a bit. I can read the motion. There is no need to go into internal or any sort of that, but the voting will be secret. Okay, so I will read the motion. The 61st EPSA General Assembly appoints Mihai Ionita as EPSA immediate past president 2021-2022. I open the floor for discussion. Mihai?
Mihai, President, I would like to thank the EPSA Executive 2020-2021 for putting their faith in me to appoint me for such an important position.
Any other comments? If not, I will close the floor for discussion and I will ask Maiva to perform a roll call.
Oh, I thought it was public, no secret voting. Okay, then I will have to call. Oh, yes. AFO Austria, VFSO Belgium, BPHSA Bulgaria, CPSA Croatia, CZPSA Czech Republic, FIPSA Finland, ANEP France, BPHG Germany, GPSF Greece, IPSA Ireland, SFD Lithuania, MPSA North Macedonia, K.N.P.S.V. the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, PPSA Poland, APES Portugal, FASFR Romania, NAPSA Serbia, SPSA Slovakia, SSF Slovenia, FEF Spain, SNAP Sweden, ASEP Switzerland, IPSA International Turkey, BPSA United Kingdom. And I have 25 more members.
Thank you, Eva. I will now open the voting procedure for IPP. I still need 3 more votes. One more. Fifth Spain. Thank you. I now have 25 votes. I will close the procedure. And we have 25 votes for, 0 against, no abstention. Motion was carried. Congratulations, Mihai, you are now the immediate past president. Now we can move on to the elections of the Parliamentary Council 2021-2022. PC has received 2 applications. The first one sent was from Silvia Boțârcă, proposed by FASFD Romania and seconded by AFOP Austria. And the second one is from Gabriel Branco, proposed by APF Portugal and seconded by PPSA Poland. Do you need to see the videos? Okay, thank you. The procedure from now on will be that I'll give the floor to the proposers and seconders. After that, the floor for question will be open for both candidates. Both of them have to answer to each question, taking turns. Okay, so phrase your questions so they are applicable to both candidates. First, I will give the floor to FASFD Romania.
Miruna, FASFD Romania. Dear General Assembly, we wholeheartedly support Silvia for the position of Parliamentary Council member. Our trust in her abilities is based on her loyalty and devotion to our national association through the past years. The calmness with which she is able to make certain decisions and manage tense situations has been a key element in our team. Also, her sincere nature, attention to details, and clarity in thinking will surely serve her well during the upcoming mandate. Therefore, we hope that you will give her the chance to bring a contribution to the EPSA team as well. Thank you.
Thank you. I now give the floor to AFOP Austria.
Annika, AFEP Austria. Dear General Assembly, we as AFEP are confident in seconding Silvia for the position of Parliamentary Council member. In the General Assembly, we not only saw her engagement as an OD for Romania, but she also already had the chance to prove her knowledge of the EPSA's regulations. With her past positions in FASFD Romania, she learned and showed her ability to work in a team. For these reasons, we believe that Silvia is well suited for the position of Parliamentary Council member. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now give the floor to APEF Portugal.
Luciana, APEF Portugal. APEF is really proud of proposing Gabriel's application for the position of Parliamentary Council member. Gabriel has always been a person extremely approachable, dedicated, and ready to discuss. The time during IFFWEL as a member of International Department for several years, and currently as Vice President, had given him the many assets and understanding of EPSA's regulation and procedures needed for this position. Also, being a member of the Statute Revising Committee in APEF is a great addition to its application as a PC member. With all of this, he has acquired and developed time management skills, organization, and leadership. APEF believes that for a PC member, it is necessary to have facilitation skills, guidance, knowledge, and availability for all EPSA team and members. We see all of this in Gabriel's profile, and we really believe his motivation, dedication, and experience will be a great addition to the PC. Thank you for considering his application.
Thank you. Now I give the floor to PPSA Poland.
Paulina, PPSA Poland. Dear General Assembly, PPSA is honored to second Gabriel Branco's application for Parliamentary Council member. We are certain that the experience shown in his application is relevant for this position. Being a part of the executive in IFFWEL, staying in contact with other associations, attending many general assemblies as well as revising regulations, gave him a lot of abilities to revise the work of the EPSA team. In his collaboration with PPSA while organizing IPSF Euro Leaders in Training, he proved problem-solving skills and conscientiousness. We think that his knowledge about the international world and especially the pharmacy students related associations will be beneficial in revising the work of EPSA and its partners, respecting regulations and memorandum of understanding. We see Gabriel motivated to improve the work of the Parliamentary Council. Therefore, we are confident that Gabriel is the perfectly suited person for Parliamentary Council member. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I open the floor for questions, and I have KMPSV.
Kathy, KMPSV Netherlands. As a Parliamentary Council member, staying neutral is very essential. How would you say that your past experience has, or how you have learned from your past experience? Thank you.
Thank you. The first one to answer will be Sylvia.
Sylvia, PC candidate. Well, I think for such occasions where you need to be neutral, it really takes a lot of your self-control. So I believe that in those discussions where you really need to be a really good PC member, you need to be unbiased, to show a lot of objectivity, to not, let's say, put yourself or your personal beliefs in the front, and to just listen and take into consideration that all the discussions are being accordingly to the regulations and the rules that apply to the EPSA. So being for 2 years in FASFRA, it has taught me a lot, because I had to take care that all the decisions that I had to make, including as a public health coordinator and a VP of external affairs, had to be according to regulations. So I had to be really careful in what I was deciding and what I was proposing to do in my mandate. Thank you.
Thank you. Please put 2 eyes in the chat when you are answering a question. Now, Gabriel will answer the question.
Thank you. Gabriel, PC candidate. In the past, I was responsible for evaluating SEP candidates, and I had to maintain a neutral point of view when I was evaluating their applications. And this year, in this mandate as Vice President of IFFWEL, I've had to facilitate several meetings and maintain a neutral standpoint from the facilitator's perspective while I conduct the discussion. Also, I believe that the best strategy in order to maintain the neutrality of the PC is to stick to the regulations because they are very clear in what they say, and to always consult with 3 members, because that is why the PC is made up of more than one person, and it's an odd number in order for us to always discuss, confer, and reach an opinion, a formed unified opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I have a second new point from KMPSV.
Kati, KPC Netherlands. Eventually someone of the Parliamentary Council will be elected parliamentarian. Are you guys, or do you guys think that you're up for the task, and what are your thoughts on becoming the next parliamentarian if you are elected as Parliamentary Council member?
Thank you. Now Gabriel will answer first.
Gabriel, PC candidate. Thank you for your question. I think that I am definitely available to fulfill that position, and I think that I have the appropriate skill set. However, I wouldn't state my thoughts on that before conferring with the elected PC members and the current PC, because I think that what matters is that we reach this decision that benefits EPSA, and that can only be achieved after the discussion between the elected and the current PC. Thank you.
Now I have Sylvia.
Yes, Sylvia, PC candidate. Well, first of all, I am considering running for parliamentarian. Also, given the fact that none of the actual PC members are running for the position again, and also considering that the actual PC, if there still needs to be another candidate for the PC, the Parliamentary Council, to be complete. I will still wait for the others to discuss on this issue and see who of the, let's say, the final 3 members of the Parliamentary Council is to be able, and most of all, to serve well for this position. It requires a lot of responsibilities besides a regular PC member. So I think this is a really tough decision because it involves the EPSA development in the future. So yes, in conclusion, I'm considering, but I also we need to have a discussion on the topic in order to make the best of it. Thank you.
Thank you both. Now I have KMPSV with their third new point.
Jason, KMPSV Netherlands. How do you plan on incorporating the Parliamentary Council member position in your life?
Thank you. The first one to answer will be Sylvia.
Yes, Sylvia, PC candidate. Well, if you are thinking about, involving myself in a PC, as a PC member, and also to my other duties, I think there is enough time, and I can do pretty well, as I really run for the position that I feel that I'm qualified for, and that I can add and that I can be a good asset for the team and for the other members that I am working with. So yes, I think it will. I also consulted the other PC members in the other mandates, including the PC members that were in a live events mandate, and also that had the opportunity to work remotely and online only. So I've taken into consideration both of these, let's say, tasks that are also on live and also on online. So I consider myself suitable for this year mandate, and I am willing to take all the responsibilities that are required for me to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? KMPSV?
Kati, KMPSV Netherlands. While I was preparing the regulation change proposals that we had done this morning, when we were discussing this, we actually figured out that there were quite some parts in torso that could be interpreted in. Is this to me?
Yes, I apologize.
Oh.
Yes, I missed the order because too many points. I apologize, Kati. Thank you for stopping. Let's let Gabriel to respond to the last question.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Kathy. Thank you for your question. As I stated in my application, I've always held many positions at once or several positions at once. I wouldn't say many. And I've always been up to the task. Last year, I was the chairperson of the Trainers Development Camp from IPSF Euro. I was also the head of the International Relations Department. I was a member of an organizing committee of one of IFFWell's biggest activities. And I was also in a theater group, and I never failed in any of those positions. However, in this year, I have finished my tasks in all those positions, and all I have left is vice president of IFFWell, which will be over halfway through the mandate at EPSA should I be elected. And I believe I will have no problem in managing both positions at once at IFFWell and in EPSA. Thank you.
Thank you. I apologize once again. Now, Kati, KMPSV, could you state your fourth question again?
Kati, KPC Netherlands. No, you don't have to apologize. But I wanted to say that when we were preparing our regulation change, we actually figured out that some parts of torso contained different points which could be interpreted in different ways by different people. And I was wondering if you had any plan to tackle this and maybe make sure that once, go through it once more with everyone involved and just make sure that each thing can only be interpreted in one specific way and not dependent on the person you're asking. Thank you.
Thank you. Now Gabriel will answer the question.
Thank you for your question, Katie. Gabriel, PC candidate. I think that can be the case sometimes, and I think what's important in those situations when a problem like that arises is to take a break if needed during the GA or the meeting at hand, and discuss with the PC and if necessary with previous PC members. And I also believe that we have to prepare beforehand and analyze thoroughly every regulation in order to spot those irregularities and to fix them before each GA, or if we don't fix it before the GA and the problem arises during the GA, it's necessary to just fix it after and take note of it so that future PC members don't struggle with the same issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Now Sylvia will answer.
Yes, Sylvia, PC candidate. I will just have to agree with Gabrielle. First of all, given the fact that the regulation changes or the proposal for the regulation changes occur before the GA, I would first of all propose for each parliamentary council member to look
I'd say we wait a bit until she connects. Sylvia, did you connect from your phone? Okay, she has reconnected and joined the meeting. Sylvia, could you answer the question? Sylvia? Okay, Sylvia, you can.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. So, so first of all, what the proposal according to the and read the article consideration. So I believe a proper PC meeting or just a discussion within the Parliamentary Council member is crucial. Then at the GA, right in the meeting, there we need to be really focused on the discussion. And if there are some wordings that, or there is a possibility, a high possibility that there has to be, we can always consult each other, and then if problems occur, maybe we can consult the foster the former PC and see if we can have a clear vision on that. Also, I would recommend that before this happens, just a good preparation of the regulations and reading beforehand is really needed. And so before there has to be like a discussion, if there are some issues within, to talk with the former Parliamentary Council and see whichever has to be, which problems have to be solved. Sorry for the connection being lost. That was it.
Thank you. As a technicality, as described by the standing orders, in case any other candidate drops and are not able to present their answer orally, they have a 3-minute limit to send an answer in writing. Okay. Now I also have KMPSV.
This is another question to the candidates of Katik APC Netherlands. Sorry, I will pay my fine to Dylan. This is another question, but I was moreover a comment to the ODs because like mentioned before, asking questions is really an important way to get to know more about the candidates. And there are not that many questions getting asked. So I'm wondering either if you really hadn't, or if people didn't really have questions, because you don't have to ask questions, just ask questions. But please, for the rest of the GA, engage, read everything well, prepare questions, and this is your part to be, this is your chance to become a part of the General Assembly and be active. So please do so.
Thank you. And I still have one new point from TNPSV from the chat. It might have been doubled. Okay, no other questions on my speaking list. I see no more points in the chat. I will close the floor for discussion. And we will go to internal discussion. So now I will stop the recording. I will ask Yosef to place Sylvia